Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Crystal Falls. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, we purchased a few cows, beef cows to be specific, and now we need to feed them. And if you recall, the beef cows are way down by CF Hay Farm, which is in almost the furthest southwest corner of the map. Anyhow. So what we're going to do today is, one of the things we had to do was we had to make some dry hay for our cows. Let's go ahead and pick up a tedder. 90 horsepower, 13 meter versus, ooh, it's like double this width. Okay, so we will pick up a tedder, but maybe we'll do this first then. We'll come over here and pick up the John Deere. Or Young Deere, depending on who you're talking to. There we go, turn that down a little bit. It's funny, this has like manual, see, this is a manual trailer, so you could adjust it as you see fit. So because of that, you actually run into some weird problems. I've discovered, at least, when you exit the game. So there, I did it on that side by accident. Ooh, there we go. It's a cool trailer nonetheless, but that's just an odd problem. Do I have a sell course? That would be awesome. Sell bale, sell restaurant. Perfect. Let's take a quick peek at the prices of things. So now we have some oats and we have some soybeans. Let's see what the price of soybeans is like. We have Brock's, which is 882. Flour mill's 989. I guess we're going to the flour mill. And we're not going to the restaurant. And whereabouts is the flour mill? The flour mill is... okay, just to the west. Perfect. So hopefully we'll make a little bit of money from this. Well, I know we'll make money from it. It's just a question of how much money. So let's go ahead and get some soybeans. Oh. I guess we don't get soybeans from there. So this must have been the thing that someone was talking about as to where you pick the soybeans up from. So we can store them in there, but we can't get them out? That seems unlikely. Now I need to find where we actually pick up the soybeans from. It's not obvious, because normally it would be right there. Maybe it's the trailer, but I would suspect that's not the case, because I unloaded the combine with this trailer. Let's try again. Maybe it was my imagination. Alright, what does the survey say? Going back to that again, jeez. Corn. Yeah, this is just the standard stuff. So there must be another silo somewhere around here that I have not located as of yet. I'll be back when I find it. Alright, so it turns out the soybeans are at the beef farm way down here. I don't know how that works, but that's what happened. So you can get your soybeans from here, or sunflowers, soybeans and sunflowers. Where's my oats? Oh, sorghum, oats, there they are. So you can get all the other extra fruits from there. I guess I just needed to add an extra silo to make it a bit easier, and the setting up of it, I imagine. So anyways, I brought the truck down here just to verify this was the right place. I don't know how much this truck actually holds, now that I think about it. I believe it is only like 5,000, 2,700, not even worth the gas. So we know it comes down here at the very least. This is where we need to pick up the soybeans from and the oats. So what we'll do is I'll bring down this guy. I'll put him in group 3. I brought this back now, and I just made a course to go from the main farm to the beef farm, and we'll have it set up just so he heads there now. And then once this tractor is there, I will sell some soybeans. See you in a bit. Alright folks, got the John Deere 3650 down here. I had to think about that for a second. 3650, yeah. Jeez. I'm going to go ahead and sell some soybeans, not sorghum, soybeans. There we go. And I believe this trailer holds about 20,000 liters. So we'll sell it to the flour mill, and I was almost going to point to the screen there. It's on the west side of the field here, or west side of the map right up here. That's where it is. So we'll take a little load over there, and I guess we'll record a course at the same time. Why not? So what I'm going to do is going to follow the road. I think that's probably the best way to go. Not necessarily the quickest way, but probably the best way, just because it's if there's other activities going on in the field later on, this is probably going to be the safest way of going about it. So we will have to steer clear of other traffic and all that jazz. Luckily, with this particular tractor, we don't have to worry about going too fast. The maximum it does is 34 kilometers, which is only about 4 kilometers faster than the regular in-game traffic, so nothing to worry about there. Let's see here. I guess we're going to have to do all the way there. Anyways, I will pause the video for here for a sec, and I'll be back in a moment. We're about halfway. Alright, so about halfway there. Apparently, if you take the road, it's like the longest way possible. This is the way it's taking me all the way up here. So if you look, I came from down here, did this, went up there, did this, and I have to go all the way up here and back down there. A little ridiculous, yeah. You think there'd be a more accessible way of doing it by road, but apparently not. I don't know why, but maybe there is. I just have not found it yet, but this is the way that I've been able to locate on the road so far. So this is what I'm going to be doing until I get there. It is taking its time, of course, because basically taking the long way around for all intents and purposes here. Can't really go much faster. So like, see, it's bringing you all the way down here. I don't know. Road systems don't really make sense. Sometimes you, even in real life, like you'll be driving on a road and be like, why is this road here? This makes no sense. Like, why wouldn't you just put like all the traffic onto the other road? But anyhow, so here we are, almost there, still almost there, and yeah, I thought the road was the thing going east to west on the map. Turns out that's the railway line, not the actual road itself. So that's the reason why I was like, oh look, there's a road right there, that'll be easy. And then it's like, nope, that is the railway line, not for you. Anyways, I'll meet you back at the flour mill. Alright, so here we are at the flour mill. Not sure where the drop-off point is yet. Oh, there it is. That saves that. It's one of those situations where you're like, where exactly is the drop-off point? But easily discovered in this scenario. Alright, let's see how much money we make. We got $13,210, and how much money are we going to make? Let's see. Alright, we're already at 23,000, 30,000, 33,000. That was $20,000 for that one load. So not too bad, considering our current predicament. So we looks like we'll be able to make some money after all. So the main idea here was, of course, to buy a tedder, and now we can do so. So what I'll do, apparently there's a road going this way, so I'm going to follow this road and see where it goes, and hopefully it takes us back to the farm we want to go to in a much faster route. It looks like it does, but we'll have to see about that. But for now, what we can do is, let me just buy the tedder. Let's buy the big one, just because we can now. And it's 13 meters as opposed to 6.5 meters, so it'll make our lives a little bit easier. There we go. Purchase that. And now we have that at the shop. We'll have to go pick it up with the International there. Because that is, it had the MoCo on it, but I guess it doesn't have it anymore. Yeah, this is way faster. This isn't on the map itself, so I didn't realize this was a way you could go. Anyways, what I'll do is I'll meet you back at the main farm when we have the tedder there. Alright, coming back up to the farm now. I took a shortcut on the way back, so I didn't want to drive all the way around. I just drove straight down, right beside, in between field 22 and 21. That seemed to make a lot more sense. The road does go all the way around, but it actually goes over that bridge that we went underneath, so I felt it probably wasn't going to be the most efficient route, so in the end I just kind of made my own way. It looks like there is... we'll do it this way. I thought for a second there was a fuel tank in that little section over there, but there's not. It just looks that way. Alright, we'll take a little loop around here, like so, and this guy's ready to go, or at least hopefully. Perfect, and we'll call this sell to flour
from beef. That should make enough sense. And we'll set it up so it's selling, what are we looking for here? Soybeans. Have to be careful because I've gone past that so many times. Oats, soybeans, there we go. Let's hop into the international here and fire this guy up. And let's go grab the tedder from the shop, which is just around the corner here. The international being all quiet, and now it's all loud. There we go. So we'll make a little bit of money from that, which is good for us. One thing we need to do as well is we need to pick up a TMR mixer for our cows as well. Somebody actually left a comment that if you don't feed your cows, they actually disappear. And I've never heard that before, but that would be interesting if that were the case. I have not heard that before, but I don't think it's impossible either, so I'll have to look into that one actually. But they were saying if you don't feed your cows, they'll just disappear over time, which I have not heard. So if you can corroborate, is that the right word? Yes. If you can support that person's claim, by all means let me know. I'd be curious to find out. It's gonna bug me now. I'm gonna have to look at that word up. I'll be back in a sec. It is indeed a word. I totally just looked that up. But it's not the way I expected. It's corroborate. C-A-C-A-C-O-R-R-O-B-O-A-R-T-A-R-A-T-E. There we go. Sheesh. One of those weird things. You just kind of it's a word that you hear and you use sometimes from time to time, but you're like, wait a minute. I've done that many times before. Anyways, let's TED this. Actually, someone else made an interesting point. They said that if you don't TED your... why did I pick this one up? I could have picked up the... Did I brought it in? No, I guess I didn't. That's fine. Someone was saying that if you TED your hay, you'll actually make more money from it if you want to sell it, as opposed to just wet hay. Now, I'm not sure about that either, actually. And I'd be kind of curious to find out. I'll have to try that out on Valley East USA and see what actually is the case. I think it is. I believe it is, but I'd honestly have to look it up just because I don't TED the hay very often, so I'm not actually sure about that. Someone else suggested getting a plow to plow the straw under 15,000, 100 horsepower. I think the biggest tractor we have left right now is the John Deere 4020, and I don't know if it is capable of actually I do have one other tractor. Let me just check, see what the price is. I don't know, I haven't looked at it, so I don't know how good it is. The 4040 is 30,000. I'll have to look at that model. It's from American Eagle Modding. I'm not sure how good or bad it is, so I'll have to look that up and see what's the case there. Because if it's good, maybe I'll pick it up. If it's not, then maybe I won't. Just from the picture alone, it looks like it's a little bit too shiny. Someone went a little overboard with one of the textures or something like that. So I'm not an expert, though. I do appreciate the fact that people actually do make older style John Deere tractors and case tractors and New Hollands and all that. Ford New Hollands, I guess it would be, because we don't there aren't many of them out there, so I appreciate all of them, even if they're not amazing. A lot of them are pretty cool. The problem, a lot of them are like quirky, and I think the main reason why is because a lot of them are converts from 2011 or 2009 or 2013 possibly as well, or there are converts from one to the other, which is possible as well. I've seen that before as well. So could be any of the above, basically. So, all right, where is that tractor? It's probably doing the long. See, it's doing that really long route. So if I turn this way, I might be able to see it. Such a long route to get to anywhere in that. I'm so happy I cut through that little section there. I think I might. If I were to adjust the map, that's one thing I would adjust, is make it so that is a little road there, because by itself it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, anyhow. So what I'll do is I will finish tedding the rest of this off camera, I think, and then we'll come back next episode and we will rake and bale all of this up and we'll go from there. Anyways, folks, that'll be it for me for today. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Crystal Falls version 2. Actually, I noticed, random little side note, I did notice that on American Eagle Modding, it looks like they took off the version 2, or they renamed it to, Crystal Falls, and that's it. So I'm not actually sure about that, but I'd actually have to double check. But it looked like they took off version 2 of the soil mod, so I'm not sure. Anyways, folks, that'll be it for me today. This is Crystal Falls. My name's Iain Robson, and if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and subscribe. Catch you guys later.